friends, welcome back to another wonderful day of teaching and learning. Peak Flicks Reading and Writing with Miss McKinley. Today is day 12. Holy moly. We have been learning and growing for 12 days. Excellent. These friends are on fire. You are all doing such an amazing job. I am so proud of you. Our reading teaching point. I can activate pattern power to read faster and smoother. So friends, when we activate something, we have to activate it. So ready? Say, I can activate pattern power to read faster and smoother. So what is pattern power? Let's find out. Today we will look for the words that repeat on each page. Wait a minute, that's just like a pattern. Blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. Those colors repeat. Or maybe if we did shapes, heart, circle, heart, circle, heart, circle. Those shapes repeat. Words can repeat in books. I didn't even know that. That's going to make reading easier for us, especially when we know and memorize those words on every single page. This is so exciting. So now, this is our reading anchor chart. This says, we have pattern power. Excellent. So go ahead and grab that power. Say, we have pattern power. So we were grabbing it and we were activating it. Awesome. Slither snake. We have pattern power. Slither snake. So far, we've started our book and I've noticed two words on the page. I'm going to look very, very carefully to see if any words keep coming on every single page. So let's take a look. A rattlesnake slithers. Slither snake. Wait a minute. I remember the words slither snake from the page before. There it is. Slither snake. Those words are a pattern. They repeat. Western diamondback rattlesnake. Let's see if anything else repeats. So this page says, a rattlesnake slithers. Slither snake. A king snake slithers. Slither snake. Wait a minute. I remember from the page before, it said a rattlesnake slithers, and a rattlesnake was on the page before. This is a king snake. The words here say a king snake slithers. So the pattern on that page is the words say a, then it tells you the snake's name, and then it tells you that they slither because all snakes slither. And then we have our pattern here that we know by heart. So when I say these words, I'm like really excited. I'm like, slither, snake, because I know that on every page it's going to say those words. So let's look for the pattern on the next page where the author tells you the name of the snake and that it slithers. Ready? Let's use pattern power. A cobra slithers. Slither snake. Awesome. Look at all of the patterns on that page. When I was reading these patterns, I felt so confident because I know the names of the snake and I know that all snakes slither. So at home, can you help me say the name of the snake, that it slithers, and then tell that snake, slither snake? Let me hear you say, a cobra slithers. Slither snake. Awesome job using and activating your pattern power. A viper slithers. Slither, snake. Look at those patterns. I can hear you from here. A boa constrictor slithers. Its scales help it slither. Slither, snake. See you later. Awesome job. You did a great job activating pattern power. We noticed the words that repeated on every page. We knew that it said, slither, snake. And we also noticed that the author named the snake a cobra slithers. Slither, snake. And those patterns and that flow of the text repeated on every page. The pattern helped me to read smoother and faster today because I memorized that those words would be on every page. And guess what? I was right. So now it's your turn. Get your book baggie and activate pattern power in one of your books. Use this anchor chart. We have pattern power on every single page, and that will help you stay focused in your goal. Awesome. Pause this and come back in 5 minutes. Welcome back for writing. I'm so excited for today's writing teaching point. So remember, our teaching point is our goal of the lesson. So when we were starting writing, we knew facts from our mentor text. We said there are many different types of snakes. We said all snakes slither. And the third fact that we are working on today, and we've been working on over the past couple of days, is that all snakes have a head, a tongue, scales, and a tail. So today, our writing teaching point says, I can call to mind what I want to say by writing a sentence to match my fact that all snakes have a head, a tongue, scales, and a tail. So friends, today we're going to write our sentence. Let's add to our words. We sketched first, labels next. Today we'll write our sentence and color last. So for the most part, friends, I do not color with you guys because I know that you are all coloring experts. So once we write our sentence for today, you can go back and color any pages that you have not colored yet. Be sure to use realistic colors. So pick a snake that you like the best and color your snake those special colors. Try to make it look realistic because remember, in our nonfiction text, we have real photographs of snakes. So these snakes actually look like snakes in real life. So keep that in mind that as you're doing your coloring, when we're finished with our sentence, you want to make it look as realistic as possible. You are a writer. You are all becoming such amazing illustrators. Today, we are going to add words to our writing just like the author did in our book. And that step is our sentence step because we sketched first, labels next, then comes our sentence and color last. So friends at home, if you're sitting with somebody who's helping you during this program, during our Peak Flits, as your little is going through the writing process, if you've noticed that they've missed something, like let's say our friends sketch and they're ready to plug forward to the sentence, but you know that they didn't do labels, you can sing this song to help them activate their memorization and have this become part of their learning as they're going through these steps on their own. So, hey friend, you sketched first, labels next. Wait a second, does your picture have labels? Okay, let's stop right there and add our labels. Awesome. So we're going to sketch first, labels next, then comes our sentence and color last. So here we have added our sentence for the day. So yesterday we added our labels: sun, head, tongue, scales, grass, tail. Today we wrote our sentence. Let's read our sentence together. All snakes have a head, scales, a tail, and a tongue. So friends, let's talk about our sentence. So our sentence has a lot of really awesome conventions. So did you notice that when I start with my first word of my sentence, I always start with a capital letter? So here, the word all, A-L-L, has a capital A. The next thing that you might notice that a good writer always does when writing a sentence is I used finger spaces. So as I write, I say all, finger space, snakes, finger space, have, finger space, a, finger space, head, finger space, scales, finger space, a, finger space, tail, finger space, and finger space, a, finger space, tongue. Of course, when I read this sentence, I'm not actually saying the finger spaces as I'm doing them, but also littles, we love using a period. Here is a period at the end of our sentence. Please don't get tricked and put periods to represent finger spaces. A finger space means that you literally stop and move over. We have something special that we can put in between each word to show a finger space. So let's see. If I write a head, let's see if that comes out correct. It does. So I wrote a finger space head. See, I used my real finger to separate out my words. And that was a great way that I can use my body and parts of my body to help me in my writing as well. So friends, a period at the end of the sentence tells us to stop. So let's stop at the end of our sentence. Let's read this sentence smoothly together. All snakes have a head, scales, a tail, and a tongue. Awesome! You're right. The period told us that that sentence is all done, sugar plums. Let's look at another convention of writing. This here, we said all snakes have. Then we did something called a list. We listed what parts of the body a snake has. So we said a head, and then we put this little comma here. A comma indicates for the reader and the writer to pause. So all snakes have a head, scales, a tail, and a tongue. Do you see how I paused in between each list of body parts? Awesome. Friends, you did an amazing job helping me with my sentence. And now you got it. It's your turn. Call to mind what you want to say by writing a sentence to match your animal fact. So go back to yesterday's story where you labeled all of the different parts of your animal, and now you're going to write an animal fact. I cannot wait to see all of you. Sketch first, labels next, then comes your sentence and color last. Friends, you had an amazing day of teaching and learning. We activated some reading superpowers by activating pattern power. In writing, we added a sentence to a fact that we know all about, and now you are going to try that on your own. I hope that you have an amazing day of teaching and learning. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Peak Flicks. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, friends.